Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a game between LolSaja and Geoff here on 16-bit, the latter edition. This is a master level game sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the label of Epic. We will decide if that label is correct. Bottom left-hand corner, the red Protoss player LolSaja. And in the top right-hand corner, the blue Terran player, it is Geoff. Now, I've gotten a lot of PVTs on the channel recently. Hopefully that makes the PVT fans among you happy, because I did it for you. Probe scouting. Yes, I just want to make sure this was not a forge, so it's not a cannon rush, just probe scouting. Just probe scouting here. Geoff's going to go ahead and hit barracks. There we go, at 150 minerals. And 16-bit, the latter edition, has a very, very safe expansion you can take, safe from all but air. If you're Rush Oracle or Rush Liberator, then you can make your opponent's very safe expansion very, very dangerous. Zerg, for that reason, basically expand out here to get their creep spread started, and then out here for their third. And probe harassment here. A little bit of probe harassment. Almost got the little SCV trying to build this barracks. I know, Terran players, I hear you. I hear you. How come only our workers are vulnerable when building stuff? Huh? Well, by that argument versus Protoss, but versus Zerg, you basically kill a worker to make a building. And that's about it. Are you actually going to try to pick off this SCV? SCV comes off just for a... Dude, you could almost get that, dude. This probe, if it wanted to, could have probably picked off that SCV while it was building the barracks and then run, but instead did some ring around the Rosie and then died. Expansion on the way from LolSaja here. There's a factory coming up, which was scouted. No, waited till the probe died, threw up the factory, so you can't tell if this is going to be... Yeah, you couldn't see the gas count either, whether it's going to be a 1-base or a 2-base opener here from Geoff. It looks very much like a bit of a 1-1-1 thus far. You got the double gas, you got the barracks, you got the factory Destiny Cloud Fist build, as Husky would call it. What is up with that dude? He changes his Twitter and his Facebook banners to basically say coming soon, like there's something happening. But that was a month ago now, and there's nothing. There's been no other indication from him that he's doing anything else. I really don't understand what he's doing sometimes. I mean, I guess maybe if I had 1 million subscribers for StarCraft, I'd do weird stuff too, because maybe it changes you as a person, but I don't get it. I love Husky. I really, really do. I loved watching him. I watched him every day when he was active. Him stopping was the reason I started casting StarCraft myself. So, I mean, him leaving is what I have, you know, to thank for getting into this thing and really enjoying what I do. So I appreciate that, but I kind of wish he was still alongside a little bit. And maybe he will. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird, weird thing. Cyclone's on the way from Geoff. Double Cyclone pressure against Protoss is pretty strong, as it turns out. Adepts, not good. Stalkers, not good. Early stuff that you can get versus Cyclones, not really great. You almost need Immortals. You almost need... I'm trying to think. Maybe... what do you do? What do you do against this? Photon Overcharge was a decent answer back in the early stages of Legacy of the Void, but as it stands, maybe you don't go for a quick expand if you're not sure your opponent's expanding as well here. So there, in fact, is your robotics facility here. So if you have Adepts or Zealots to kind of tank some of the damage versus the Cyclones, because the Cyclones don't do bonus damage to those units, and then have the Immortals in the back, you can make something happen. But the problem is, this early, you don't even have a robotics facility yet. So I think Geoff, if he just comes up here and takes down this pylon, he might just straight up win this game. I mean, there's a Stalker, but like I said, Stalkers are kind of hot garbage versus Cyclones. Yeah, going to try to get this pylon while the Stalkers are hammering away the Cyclone. Oh my gosh, depowered. And he's like, all right, that's it. That's all I needed. You don't have a gateway. You're not researching Cyber or Warp Gate at your Cyber Core. You are working on Blink, which is fine, and you're getting a robotics facility here, but that slows you down immensely, and Geoff says, work done. That's all I had to do. Let's expand now. Let's let the Protoss play catch up, but what the problem is, he has an expansion. The Protoss player here, Saja, has an expansion back here. His income is going to be very, very nice. 1,400 compared to 1,200 here. Geoff really using those mules for that extra income at this stage of the game. Long distance mining back here as well. And he has the 400, and there's the expansion going down. So he's late. I don't know. I am not convinced that was enough work done here from Geoff. I'm really not convinced. I know that you depowered the gateway and you stopped Warp Gate for a little bit, but Blink was still on the way, still making a Warp Prism here. Still able to have the expansion running. You didn't do anything about that. Ooh, and it's a Dark Shrine. Could we actually see Archon drops against Terran? Not as good. Not as good as it is against Zerg, that's for sure. Or maybe just straight up DTs. That could be also very interesting. I'd like to see some DT play. Haven't seen any for a long time on the channel. Hellion drop follow-up here. And, ooh, Warp Prism is going to scout the Liberator and vice versa here. So both players see their shenanigans. Liberator sets up in a range where it's very hard for Stalkers to hit her as she plucks away at your probes. Kapluck, kapluck, kapluck. Gets 4 kills quite nicely there. APM for these players. 150 for LolSaja, 141 for Geoff. And meanwhile, Hellions are running around inside the mineral line, inside the main, doing stuff here too. So 2-pronged harass here out of Geoff. This is what master level stuff is capable of doing to you guys. The 2-pronged, pick you apart in both locations. 15 probes killed. 15 in that. That's ridiculous. It's 35 to 33 harvesters. I mean, Geoff cut workers to make that happen, so it just kind of evened the score. Stalkers do have blink, so they can blink out. Yeah, there you go, before that third shot hits. Oh, not enough. Not enough Stalkers to actually take down the Liberator. I guess you needed 4 there, so a couple more come down. They're going to get rid of that. They're going to come back in with the Hellions. Might not be a bad idea. There's nothing much defending this. Probe goes down. Forgot about the no-fly zone on these 3 mineral patches. Oh, you too? Ugh, look at that placement, too. That's a great circle. Ooh, loses the Stalker, but takes down the Liberator. 17 probes have been killed, and going for a third base is Saja. Any sign of a third from Geoff? Nah, just more factories here. Really more factories. He's got the Viking up, and he's got a Widow Mine protecting his natural from the Warp Prism, but the Warp Prism, it is just DT. What? You have energy for a scan? You do now. Are you going to use it before? Oh, he used it. Dude, get up there. Dark Templar, go! Go, 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 go. There's a missile turret here, but that doesn't help. Widow Mine fires, takes out the Warp Prism. That was actually pretty good with the Liberator here, too. So inside the main base, Dark Templar one-shotting them SCVs. Run! Run, SCVs. Okay, well, I guess losing all of the mining time on this base is enough for the Dark Templar. He's not going to chase them down. He's going to try to get this refinery, maybe try to get some of these SCVs. Detection just not around right now at all, as it turns out. We're bringing the medevac home with the Hellions. This Dark Templar's got 7 kills. This is a nice little comeback here. I cannot believe the scan was just used. There it is. Scan now available. Dark Templar doesn't even try to run. I feel like could have escaped, honestly. Gotten outside of the circle here. Come back in for another day. I guess this orbital command. He's got 2 now, so he just keeps energy up. He'll be fine. Third base warping in from LolSaja. I like what Saja is doing here. Really trying to keep up ahead economically in front of the Terran player here. It's 42 to 36 harvesters. It's making up for the fact that he doesn't have mules. He's getting immortals, warp prisms. He's got some zealots here, working on shards, working on more DTs. Where was that? I saw that on the production tab. Did he cancel it? Over here. Oh yeah, so there's the one over here trying to make sure the third base is somewhat hard to take for Geoff. Another one sneaking up along this left side. Got missile turret, Widow Mine protecting the natural. Got Liberators, Cyclones. We are meching it. We are meching it versus Protoss for Geoff here today. Gotta say I like it. He is supply blocked, unfortunately. Ouch, dude. Supply blocked. Still supply blocked. Finally starting some supply depots there, but for a while here, not going to be spending much money. So he's going to go ahead and do some fancy shuffling around with the starports. Is this going to be Banshee? Banshee would be fun. That's one of the things they talked about doing, was reducing the cost of hyperflight rotors in the proposed balance patch that might come out as it is proposed, and it might not. But a lot of the changes we did post, well, Samacron and I posted on the channel last week. If you did miss that, just search for balance on my channel and you'll find it. Oh my gosh, missile turret Widow Mine. No. Wait, hold on. Okay, no. Widow Mine doesn't actually fire there. Interestingly enough, don't get baited. Don't get baited into the Widow Mine, Dark Templar. Don't do it! What did I just say? He tried. He tried not to get baited, but he did. Anyway, Hyperflight Rotor cost decrease, which it's good. It's especially good against Zerg, where nothing they have that can fly is fast enough to keep up with Banshees with speed. So you kind of fly around and pick off bases and stuff, and it's really fun, but it just hasn't been super effective, I'd say, at a high level. So maybe they're just trying to make it more enticing for Terran players to take, which is cool. Storm on the way from LolSaja. The problem with Storm against Mech is a lot of this stuff has a lot of HP. Not the same thing as if you're going against a bio Terran player here, Saja. I know you're getting Storm probably out of just force of habit, which is cool, but it's not going to help you as much as maybe, I don't know, some Phoenix, perhaps? Was that another Dark Templar in there? 3 of them have died. Yes, it was, because it was the one that set up over here, right? Right. Righto. Alright, so another missile turret up here. Geoff really wants to protect that third base. Fourth base warping in for Saja. Got a Hellion drop here inside. The safe natural, except versus air. Remember how I said that? Cannons are set up, but they're not in a position to save the drones on this particular side of this base. He's cannons. Alright. I don't care if there's cannons. Oh, these probes! Dude, don't stack like that! Oh my goodness. So everybody dies, but that's more probes dead. 31 probes have been killed. Still 46 to 37. Man, Saja's macro is kind of insane. Kind of through the roof here. But we got mechs. This feels very Brood War-ish. Mech versus Protoss. Got tanks. Got Hellions, Liberators, Ravens in the mix too here. They are planning on removing, well, thinking about moving that 15 splash damage from the anti-armor missile and changing it to 0 splash damage. So all it does is reduce the armor and the shields of enemies that it hits, which is kind of neat. What? Okay, well, Dark Templar got in. Its transport died. Mind you, this DT is completely toast. Versus Hellions, and yeah, suddenly tank fires up, and you're like, oh, okay, tank Liberator. This is exceptionally defensive out of Geoff. He's turtling pretty hard on these 3 bases. This front door is a no-fly zone for you, and Saja says, all right, well, let's go back home. Let's make sure that our 4th base is up and happily running here. Maybe throwing down some static defense would be nice. There you go. Cannon in the mineral line. That's what I'm talking about. Transferring the workers from the main, working on +2 attack. I mean, Saja's doing the right stuff. He just keeps losing workers. 31 to 18 SCVs killed. It's not a good number. Resources lost overall for these guys is 2,000 for Geoff, 3,400 for Saja. Here come Liberators. Here come Hellbats. So they have the Blue Flame upgrade. They do not, actually. It's on the way. Anti-armor on everybody. And Saja says, I don't like it. I don't like the Dorito dust. Actually, are you engaging anyway? All right, going for it anyway until the Circles of Doom show up. And then everybody runs for their lives. I guess Storm is pretty good against Hellbats. They're light. I mean, they don't have a lot of HP. They don't get one-shot by Storm or anything stupid like that. Actually, not even using High Templar here. Recognizing that Archons are better in the situation. Running from the tank fire. Running as fast as you can from the tank fire. Alright, so Immortals versus tanks, pretty good actually. As they have been since the beginning of StarCraft 2. Bit of a nice flank attack here from Saja. And we are going right on into this thing. He's just focusing down the tanks. The Archons are finishing off everything else. Nothing much to deal with the Liberators, but it doesn't matter. The ground army is toast. Some auto turret trying to do some stuff here too, but it doesn't matter again. And I'd say Saja won that engagement quite handily. I will make that argument until the day I die. Yeah, that was great. 145 to 105 total supply. Saja is up. Looking good. Doing it. Got another Dark Templar from Saja running on in. And see how there's a missile turret here, dude? Good effort. Good effort. Thor's walking down and mixing some Thors into the action. Again, Immortal's really good against Thors. Why are you doing this? Why does he keep suiciding Dark Templar into the front? I guess he's scouting with them, but that's a really expensive scout. Look at this. 125, 125, 125 gas to just walk in the front and die. Stalker, maybe a better choice. I don't know, a little bit cheaper. At least. Checking to see if there's a 4th base yet, and there's definitely not. So feeling a little bit superior here is Saja with his 4 bases, working on +3 attack. Getting a fleet beacon, so Carrier actually might not be a bad answer here. Blue Flame Hellion versus Stalker. Not a great matchup, but if you have enough Hellions and there's only 1 Stalker, it goes pretty well for you, as it turns out. Stalker's hanging down to this area to make sure a 4th base doesn't come up. Holding this Zelnaga Watchtower and warping into 5th base now is Saja. Pretty good Sim City here out of Geoff. I'm liking it. Nice rows, nice and neat. Places for Thors and tanks to walk. Nobody getting stuck in this place. Supply Depot Alley over here. Working on an armory for future upgrades, maybe, or maybe for battle cruisers. All right, Blue Flamers into the 4th base here. There's only a cannon. The probes. Get out of there. Probes run. And yeah, these Hellions are dead. Woo! Charge Lot Archon Void Ray. Pretty good against Hellion, as it turns out. Additional cannons coming up. He really wants to defend his existing bases, which I cannot blame him for at all. It's interesting he's buffing up his natural, though, considering he's almost mined out there, and no additional cannons are merited for his 4th base, strangely enough. Not sure what that's all about. So yeah, I really think carrier might not be a bad idea. Battle cruisers, yep, on the way here for Geoff. Adept out at the front. Fourth base is still warping in from Saja. Effectively maxed out is Saja. And he is going carrier with Mothership. So Mothership on the way. Carrier on the way. Still no fourth base. We're 15 minutes in and Geoff has not taken a fourth base. As mech, you don't have to. You don't have to expand as aggressively as mech. Just because your units are bigger and beefier and you can max out on fewer of them. But still, you want a fourth against a 5-basing Protoss at some point. Hellions trying to sneak on in. These Archons will absolutely shut this down. Yeah, the Hellions don't even try. They're like, we're out. Totally out. Blinkstalkers somehow blink. How do they get in here? Please hold. Did they walk? Did they warp prism in? Seriously, guys, you can't blink from here to here, can you? Did they blink from here to here? Oh, what a move! Oh my gosh, that was brilliant! Wow, gets a few SCVs for his effort. He's got +3 on these Stalkers. They're hitting these SCVs exceptionally hard. Still alive, mind you. Cannon... Oh, okay, I spoke a little bit too soon. Cannon fire with +2 attack there on the tanks. Pretty great. Pretty great there. 80 damage versus Armored Crucio. Shock Cannon active. So we are transitioning nicely into Sky Toss with battle cruisers on the way for Geoff. This Geoff. Seriously, man, let's talk about this. Let's talk about going battle cruiser against the Sky Toss player here. Graviton Catapult here. Carriers launch interceptors more quickly. That's not even a researched thing, is it? Oh, it is. It is researched. Everybody gets it regardless if you're getting enough carriers. So I just figured. Anyway. +3 air weapons on the way for Geoff. Working on 4 carriers at a time. And a 4th base is established for Geoff too. So 5 bases versus almost 4 bases for the Terran player. Working on a +2 air weapons. And if you're maxed out, Saja, honestly, you should just go. You should poke. You should see what you can kill. See what you can handle. As far as what Geoff is doing, the longer you wait, the more he's able to get additional units and get better upgrades. Right now, you have a nice advantage. 9,000 army value for Geoff compared to about 9,400 for Saja. Pretty close, but these carriers, I guess the carriers are fairly well countered by the Thors as long as they are in high impact payload doing that single target damage, which they're not right now. They are in splash damage mode. And the Liberator's not much use there either. Battle cruisers with Yamato cannon can be pretty devastating, 250 damage per shot, versus carriers when they really only have 400 HP, take them down over half, killing his own units to free up additional supply for carriers. Unless that was an accidental click, which entirely possible. Resources lost 6,300 for Geoff compared to 9,200 for Saja. Void Ray attempt from Saja. Remember how there's missile turrets and Widow Mines up around this way? Oh, okay. Liberator pretty good. Liberator's not interested in engaging there. Widow Mine! Goodbye, Void Ray. Yeah, just don't do it. Don't engage. Why would you engage here? Alright, well, not bad. I mean, it took over 50% damage to its health from doing that. Liberator's flying around trying to find a place to set up. It just absolutely shut down a base. Void Ray going after the refinery for gas. Possibly SCVs here too. Yeah, that is just a blanket of doom right here. Cannon trying to hit something, but a lot of probes are dying here. We're looking at 45 dead probes. Void Ray's still alive until it wanders in range of that missile turret accidentally and then gets picked out of the sky. Also, major engagement here. Wait. Was that a major engagement? Oh, they jumped. I was like, there was a major engagement. There's no blue here anymore. And that is because they tactical jumped back on home. This still doing work. These guys are like, oh, Archon Skytoss, eh? Not our jam at all. Yeah, they don't even get a Yamato cannon off. They just jump for it. We're out. Thanks. Thanks for nothing, though. Liberator still shutting down this 4th base quite nicely. Maybe thinking about shutting down this 6th base, too. 5th base, very happy. Skytoss army moving over to deal with the Liberators slowly. The whole thing, mind you. You could just send a couple carriers over and handle it. But bringing over the whole army really just gives Geoff time to do what he wants to back home. He's working on Yamato cannon. Ah, that's why. Weapon refit wasn't even researched yet. That's why he didn't get anything off, because he couldn't. It wasn't even possible. Hellions versus 2 cannons at the 6th base. I don't know how I feel about this. You going in? You're going in there, Geoff. Random Thor being sacrificed to the Protoss Death Gods. Why? Just more battle cruisers? Blue Flame Hellions versus 2 cannons. Who wins this one? I mean, it's not going to be the probes, that's for sure. All the probes are super dead. 53 probes down. Catching some of the transferring ones. None of these guys died. Are you kidding right now? Yeah, these Thors are just being sacrificed. No big deal. Transferring probes. Probe count is not too healthy for Saja. 53 of them right now. We'll make that 51. There's not even a cannon in the third base. Or there are over here, though. You should have gone into the third. Okay, well, suiciding Hellions into the situation. Man, not ideal. Oh, didn't suicide them at all. Kept them alive through sheer force of will. All right, here comes the Sky Toss. Ooh, you guys, tanks and Hellions. Nope. You are all going to die. Battle cruisers going for it here. Feedback on the Ravens. Whoa. What a massive play there from Saja. Storm on the battle cruisers. Interference matrix on a couple of the carriers here. Yamato cannon firing off left and right versus these carriers. The battle cruisers doing pretty well with their +3 armor here. It's taking a while for the interceptors to whittle them down, as armor is good against small, many attacks, right? Small, fast attacks don't do very well when there's a lot of armor here. Trying to storm his way into this thing. How many interceptors are there here? 64 interceptors still, but these guys... Yamato cannon takes out one of the carriers before it can recall back home. Recall back home here. Mass recall back home to the 5th base. And it's 135 to 108 supply. So not a lot of stuff left here for Geoff. He has 6 battle cruisers and a Viking. And a Widow Mine. Not that Saja's army is huge either. 7 carriers. 2 Immortals. A few Zealots. High Templar. I really feel like some Zealot attacks would be pretty nice right now. Like a Zealot drop in the main or at this natural base. That's what the missile turrets are for, though, is to deal with drops and also carrier harass here. So income, not super healthy for anybody right now. Just about 1,000 for the 21-minute mark of this game. That's not a lot. But that's because the bases that Saja has are not super well saturated. Got a 7th base down here now, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Weird expansion pattern, but it's working out for him quite nicely. Additional High Templar here to throw feedbacks on any additional Ravens that are being made. I guess you could feedback the battle cruisers. No, you can't because they don't have energy anymore. These are just cooldown abilities. So no, can't feedback battle cruisers. Not a valid target. Hellions trying to sneak on in, but again, there's cannons present at the 7th base. It's just not enough, really. These dudes have +3 armor. It takes a lot of cannon shots to kill a Hellion, and not a lot of blue flame shots to kill a probe. Okay, better well defended than we've seen previously in this game. Another base on the way here from Geoff, and by that I mean just a battle cruiser group. I thought for sure this was a base moving over, but this is a lot of BCs. And yeah, he is expanding there now. Okay, that's what the battle cruisers were checking. So here we go. You know what's really good is Void Rays. Yeah, there we go. 3 Void Rays here on the way now. Void Rays versus battle cruiser, pretty fantastic. That bonus damage from prismatic alignment versus armored stuff is amazing. And here we go. +2 attack on these guys. One of the changes they're proposing to do is allowing battle cruisers to attack while moving, which would be pretty nice. Nexus down, pylons down. This 6th base is toast. And the battle cruisers can just jump on home, is what they can do. Geoff trying to expand twice here. Zealot trying to make sure that doesn't happen. Yeah, I mean, there's really no reason to go up there if your base is already dead. Saja decides to let his people live. He's waiting on... Is he waiting on Void Rays? Where are them Void Rays? Here they are. Man, +3, +2, +2 Void Rays. The scan does not reveal the Void Rays present. Yamato jump time. Ready for this? Yes, everybody Yamatos and gets out of there. That was fantastic. Beautiful play. 10 carriers down. 3 battle cruisers have died. 3. Remember what I said about Zealots doing stuff? This is not a bad idea. It's really not bad. It's working out fairly well with the Zealots and all. Is this one killed? The Zealot is attacking it? No, it actually didn't. Okay, you can scout this base, you know. But I guess going after this 4th base is pretty good, too. Waiting for the Void Rays. Does he have enough Void Rays to do this? Boy, I don't know, but here's the engagement regardless. Yep, Void Rays going against the Planetary. I don't know about that decision. And then jumping out. Okay, that was pretty good for Saja. Killing an entire Planetary Fortress in exchange for some Yamato cannon shots there. 162 to 154 supply. Both players are trading blows right now. Blows right to the midsection. Blows right to the face. Yep, right to the face here. Hellions. A lot of Hellions. Coming on down to the 7th base. 2 cannons. Not going to be enough. They just Hellbat transform anyway here, which makes them even better against cannons. But some DTs warping in here from Saja. I like this. They are real good against Hellbats. They hit hard. And if there's no detection, I think all these Hellbats are just going to die, especially since most of Saja's army is here as well. Yeah, man. Dark Templar defense. Beautiful stuff. Meanwhile, Hellbat's up here at Saja's attempt to replant his 6th base. Hellbat's saying, no probes, you're not allowed to do that. 72 probes have died. That's more than a lot of Protoss players make in a single game, even a macro game. 72. Battle Cruiser Group active from Geoff. Who is this? Nathanius? Jeez. Geoff loves his battle cruisers, man. I will tell you that much. All right, 7th base, you're in trouble. This is a lot of BC. They're very, very angry. They really just want to Yamato cannon down your Nexus and destroy it. The army's out of position here from Saja. He could recall over. Nope, on cooldown. Not at all. Probe's just running for it. Go! Get out of there. Actually, a lot of probes survive. Not even bothering to Yamato, just straight up murdering everything here. Nexus gone, Assimilator gone, all pylons gone, all sign of Protoss life gone, and if you have to engage with the army, you just Yamato cannon and jump out. Ready for this? Yeah. Ooh, some of them he didn't let finish before they jumped. It's got to be very frustrating for the battlecruiser, right? You told me to shoot the Yamato cannon, and then you told me to jump before it finished. Boo. Boo to you. Oh, a scan would be real good. There it is. Yep, DT's trying to get out of the attack range, and they do. I have to imagine there's a lot of scans available. You know what? Maybe not. Well, there's one there anyway. One scan available. And that second scan. And we're off. We're off. DT be alive. Major engagement here. Again, Void Rays picking off cruisers. No prismatic alignment, though, on them. Oh, that's not good. Yamato's on all of them. Oh, that's it. Good game. Whoa. Good game out of Saja. Saja is defeated. And Geoff is victorious with Battle Cruiser. He lost 7 of them. Ended up with 14 on the game. Look at these heroes. 1 kill. Okay, 11 kills. 18 kills. 0 kills. 3 kills. 5 kills. 5 kills. 16 kills. 10 kills. And another 4 kills over there, too. Just wow. Armor, man. Armor pretty good. Really shut down the carriers quite nicely. Once again, carriers doing many attacks for very little damage over time. 8 damage, 2 attacks, which just 8 damage versus a full 6 armor means 2 damage per hit against these guys. Interceptors attack fast, but it takes a long time to get 550 HP down using a carrier. Even if the carriers have the upgrades, even if both battlecruisers have their armor, that's a bigger deal. Great job. I mean, at the end, I really don't blame Saja for tapping out. He had 2 carriers remaining and a couple Void Rays. So that was going to be it. So 25,000 resources lost for Geoff. 39,000 lost for Saja. That was a total number of 14 carriers, 8 Archons, 8 Immortals, 19 Stalkers, couple bases, mothership, and 82 probes. 82 probes killed. Incredible. All right, well, that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.